Today we're going to talk about using the database Explorer Primary for elementary age students. So Google is a wonderful thing, however, it's not the best place to get the most accurate information when you're doing research. So if you type in the following question, how are fish affected by global warming? You're going to get over 560,000 results. That's a bit much for any person to search through, never mind a young person. So what you want to do is first try pulling out some of the important words. I think the important words in this sentence are fish and global warming. Now I get even more results. I get 14 million results. This is way too many. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these words in a database. A database is different than Google as it has the ability to sort topics by relevance according to the terms that you put in the search bars. Google sorts it by popularity and relevance. So if you put in the word fish, you could very well be brought to a restaurant that serves fish. And we don't want that. So we're going to go into our school's RICAT and we're going to click on Explorer for primary schools. And we're going to do an advanced search. And so let's just try the term fish and see what comes up. We still get a lot of results, 167,000. So what we want to do is we want to narrow this down, and we're going to do that by using what we call Boolean operators. The Boolean operators can be found here on the side, and they're the words and, or, and not. We're just going to work with and or today and see what we come up with. So let's try fish and global warming and see what comes up. Now we've narrowed it down quite a bit to 418 search results. It's still a lot. So what I can try next is I can try selecting a different field. Right now, this is saying that the words fish and global warming could be found anywhere. They could be found in the title, in the text, the author's name. So I want to try switching this to finding the words anywhere in the subject of the article, the book, the magazine. And let's see how many search terms come up now. This time we only get 28 results, so a much smaller bank to choose from, which is much easier for anybody doing research. Let's say I wanted the words fish and global warming to appear in the title. I would switch these boxes to be title. And let's see how much that narrows down. Now we're down to 8 results because the words fish and global warming both have to appear in the title. When we use this Boolean operator and, it means that both terms have to appear in wherever we're telling it to appear. So let's go back to it appearing in the subject and see we get that 28 results. Now we're going to try changing this Boolean operator to the word or. If we change it to or, that means that we want to see the words fish or global warming. Do you think we're going to get more or less results? If you guessed that we were going to get more, you were correct, because what we're saying is you can either locate the term fish or the term global warming. Either is fine. So you may have some articles that only talk about fish, and you may have some articles that only talk about global warming. That's not what we're looking for right now. We want them to appear together, so we're going to go back to fish and global warming. But what I'm going to do is, I sometimes hear the words climate change in exchange for global warming, and I know they're different things, but they are related. So let's see what happens when we put in the words global warming or climate change. And we're going to make sure we change this to subject, we don't need it to appear in the title. Now I have more options. I have 2,940 options, whereas before when I just did fish and global warming, I only came up with the 28 options. So if you're looking for more, you might try an alternate search term that's closely related. Sometimes you don't get what you want on the first time, so you have to try some different terms and move them around. So I hope that you will consider using Explorer or any database rather than Google, because it can really bring you back much more valid and accurate results, as most of these have been peer or scholarly reviewed. Thanks for listening.